Hello, thanks for clicking in to watch my video. My name is Jerry Baker. I am a owner of a company called Fit for Life International LLC, where I provide um, wellness and nutrition consulting and coaching. I formed that in 2013 after 27 years in the Navy and a number of years after that, about 15 years after that, in supporting the Defense Health Agency. During this time, I also earned my master's degree in clinical pathology from the College of Medicine at the Ohio State University. I was at a conference of the Kingdom Business Associates this past August. I'm a member of KBA, and during that conference, there was a request to have more information provided on health and wellness. So I was asked to do a video. Actually, it was suggested an hour's video, but I know for me that's far exceeds my attention span. So what I plan to do is to provide 5, 6, maybe a few more short videos on the whole topic of wellness. And we'll just explore some basic elements. One of the things we'll talk about in today is weight loss, but really won't say a whole lot about that. But today we'll look at some introductory background, just some information on weight loss, talk about the insufficiency of a healthy diet. And that may sound counterintuitive, but hopefully I can show you some things that will show you how true that is. And then the importance and legitimacy of dietary supplements. Now, with respect to weight loss, it's an important part of wellness, and that seemed to be, particularly at this conference, where people's attention first turned. But I don't. It's really beyond the scope of this of these videos to do really good justice to that whole topic. So I have blogged about that some on my blog at blog.fit4lifellc.com. So you could find some more information there. But let me highlight just a couple of very important points. With respect to weight loss, what happens is that probably 50% of what you lose is lean muscle. Now, lean muscle is what you need to burn the fat. So a lot of times people get into weight loss and they get into this whole yo-yo dieting. You lose the weight and then you start eating more normal for you. But you don't have the lean muscle that you had before, so you don't have the ability to burn calories quite as quickly. So people then they gain that weight back, and sometimes more, and they keep doing that. And it's the whole yo-yo dieting cycle, which gets very, very discouraging. Also, if you select a weight loss program, be sure to select one that's designed to lose fat and preserve lean muscle. What happens? Well, basically, you need a certain amount of calories. You can't lower your calorie intake too much, or it will be ineffective. Now, that might sound counterintuitive, but what happens is your body it goes into this, there's a famine coming mode, and your body starts to store energy in fat cells for future use. So again, you get into the whole yo-yo dieting cycle, which is like I said, very, very discouraging, and some people then just give up. But I want to talk about some keys to wellness beyond weight loss, which is very important. You have to ensure that you're getting certain ingredients in your food and then supplementing with high quality dietary supplements. And in a future video, I'll talk about how do you really determine if a dietary supplement is of high quality. Well, there's certain key ingredients that I'll be covering. Now we'll try to bring up a whiteboard here to show you the key ingredients. And these are what we'll be covering during the course of the next number of videos. Of course, protein and essential amino acids, probiotics, antioxidants, polyphenols, omega fatty acids, B vitamins, and C vitamins, vitamin C, obviously. So those are things that, no doubt you're very familiar with, maybe not so much with antioxidants and polyphenols, but things that you've heard of and probably have read about. But I'll sprinkle in some stories throughout these videos to try to keep it pretty interesting. So we'll start then talking about sources for key ingredients. So the key ingredients on that list are essential to wellness, and without those, without all of those, you're not really achieving the level of wellness that I think you would like to achieve. So something to keep in mind is with respect to your diet, 40% of calories in your diet, which is the standard American diet, or SAD, let that sink in. 40% of calories are from fat. 17% of the population doesn't eat vegetables, and most others don't eat enough. I fall in the second category. I really don't eat enough. And probably, I'm going to guess that you probably don't either. So, and then only 10% of the population really follows the USDA guidelines of eating 5 servings of fruits and 5 servings of vegetables every day. And again, I'm guilty of that. And I'm going to guess you probably are too. But most of us maintain diets that are pretty low in certain nutrients because we're eating foods that are grown in minerally depleted and unbalanced soil. Basically, we're starving in some ways, no matter how much we eat. Fruits and vegetables and grains are being raised on millions of acres of farmland that no longer contain enough essential minerals in the soil because the soil has been depleted, pesticides, herbicides, and just overuse. And plants can't create minerals and have to absorb them from the soil. So if they're not there, obviously you're not getting the minerals that you need in your diet. So eating a healthy diet makes sense, but so does shoring up your diet with nutritional supplements. But are dietary supplements legitimate? And if so, why doesn't your doctor recommend them? I want to tell a quick story, and this is about a doctor named Jay Strand. I'm sharing from an ebook that I have that's available for download. What your doctor wasn't taught in med school about nutrition that you need to know. Well, like 94% of doctors, Dr. Strand received no formal training in nutrition in medical school. He was pharmaceutically trained to treat disease, and consequently, drugs and surgery become the only tools for doctors sometimes to help patients. One study that really kind of blew me away is that in 2023, pharmacies will have prescribed about 5 billion prescriptions. That's B with a B, using an estimated population of about 333 million. That's 15 prescriptions for every person in the country. Now, I had a friend whose doctor told him that by the time a person is 60, he should be on 1 prescription medication for every 10 years of age, which means I should be on 7, maybe 8 prescriptions. Well, thankfully, I am only taking 1. Now, common responses from doctors like Dr. Strand regarding nutritional supplements was things like vitamins are just snake oil, or they just make for expensive urine. Sadly, in some cases, that's true if you're not taking the right kinds of vitamins and minerals. And you can get all the required nutrients by eating the right foods. And I think I already talked about that and how that's just not the case. So let me tell you about his story. He would in practice for about 25 years, I think it was, and his wife became ill, and he, over the course of testing and so on, during the course of testing, determined she had fibromyalgia. That's something maybe many of you are familiar with. And he was unable to treat her. I mean, he treated her, but he wasn't able to treat her effectively. And you can imagine his frustration, his own wife, and he's not able to help her. Well, unbeknownst to him, a friend of hers started bringing over nutritional supplements, dietary supplements, and some protein shakes. And within a matter of weeks, excuse me, she began to get better. Well, within 3 weeks, she stopped taking some of these medications that he had prescribed for her. And needless to say, he was puzzled because she was getting better through these dietary supplements and proteins. So I say he was puzzled. He decided to conduct his own informal clinical test. So he talked to a number of his patients who were who had fibromyalgia, patients who were not doing very well at all, and they agreed to participate in the study. So he began to give them the supplements and protein that his wife had been taking from her friend. And within 3 to 6 months, they all reported improvements. So he began a period of clinical research on nutritional supplements. Like I said, he was like most doctors. He thought nutritional supplements were a waste of time and money. And ultimately, after he did his clinical research, he wrote a book that's entitled "What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine May Be Killing You." That's a pretty dramatic turnaround for somebody who thought initially that vitamins were just a waste of money. So his conclusions in his book are the body's own defenses are far superior to any drugs that he could prescribe. We like to say if you give your body what it needs, it will heal itself. Prescribing nutritional supplementations for patients is not alternative medicine, but rather it's complementary medicine. And it's not about eradicating disease, but about promoting good health. And so that's the approach we take. You know, if you give your body what it needs, it will heal itself, and you can really significantly improve your health by taking nutritional supplements as well as by eating the right kinds of foods where you can get some of these substances that are required in your body. So in the next video, I'm going to talk more about the key ingredients for wellness and what foods and supplements that you would really benefit from in terms of building better health. So I'll stop right now and let you think about what I've said and chew on that, hopefully, and just keep your eyes open for the next video, where we'll start talking in more detail about the different ingredients and how you get them both from your diet and from nutritional supplements. Until then, I pray that you'll stay in good health. Take care.